Hello chickens! Welcome to my floor. I don't know why I'm sitting on the floor. I can't find a good spot to film where there's good lighting, and this still isn't good lighting. That's a sock. Socks. Don't you think that corner looks so bare? That's where the Christmas tree was, and now the Christmas tree is gone and it looks so sad and bare. But anyways, so in this video I'll be going over different ways that you can manifest, when the best times to manifest are, how often you should manifest, and my experience with manifesting, because honestly I have always been into like spiritual things like this and manifesting, but I never truly believed it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things that I wanted to believe, but I was like, how does me writing down a couple of things that I want in life mean I'm gonna have it? But I'll get onto my own experiences later in the video, but I have my own flat at the age of 20. Well, I'm 21 now, but I had it when I was 20. That does not come naturally. Myrtle is just wrecking the chairs. And I'm telling you that this is down to manifesting. This is definitely down to manifesting, but I'll get onto it near the end of the video. My hair's really pissing me off because I've just washed it, so it's really doesn't have a lot of volume, so it's stressing me out. But anyways, the first way that you can manifest is by writing a diary entry as if you had already accomplished and have gotten the things that you desire. So it's like you're writing a diary entry as your future self with all said things that you want. So you can either date this as a certain date, so you could do it for 5 years time, 10 years time, in a year's time. It depends when you want to achieve these manifestations and goals by. I personally, now that I'm more into manifesting, I don't like setting a date and a time as to when I want these to be done by. I feel like it puts too much pressure, and I also then don't have as much faith in the manifestations, and that is a huge factor of it. You have got to really want and believe that you are going to get these manifestations. I mean, there's been times where I've manifested things and I've known this is so unrealistic, it's not going to happen, and they don't. Whereas if you set yourself manifestations and you truly believe that you're going to get them, and you truly visualize and see yourself living that life, that's when they become the most powerful. So that is the reason I don't set dates or have a deadline for the manifestations, but some people like to, and if you do, then that is totally fine. If you want to do it for 10 years time, do it for 10 years time. But if you don't want to do that, you can literally just write Dear Diary and not put a date. So anyway, you'll be writing this as if you've accomplished what you want. So it could be Dear Diary. You can go through your morning routine, your daily routine, what you're up to that day. Give as much detail as you possibly can in this diary entry to sculpt out the life that you want. So, I mean, I don't like sharing my own manifestations that haven't happened yet because I'm scared I'll jinx it, but I will just say a random example one, but this is nothing to do with my own manifestations. So it could be something like, Dear Diary, today I woke up in my beautiful flat in Brighton. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I've got lots of editing to do today, lots of brand deals to film. Then I'm going out and grabbing lunch with my friends in my brand new Range Rover. Do you know what I mean? You're writing the diary entry as if you have everything that you want. As well as that, you can include your financial stability in there. So you could be I have never been more comfortable with money. I'm so grateful that I never have to stress about money, blah, blah, blah. You just talk about your life as if you're living in your dream, okay? Now that can be as long or as short as you want, but I do advise you add as much detail in as possible so you get exactly what you want. You then want to sign this off, love from me, but don't put me, put your name, but I'm just saying me because it's me. But I'd put love from Cass, and then underneath that, I always write this. I put, Dear Universe, I love you, I trust you, and I believe in you. Doesn't matter which way I manifest, because I manifest in so many different ways. I always put that at the end. You want to acknowledge the universe, you want to thank the universe, and tell them that you love them, okay? Tell the universe that you love them. And then with this letter, you want to fold it up and you want to sleep with it under your pillow. Now, I'll get on to how often to change this letter when I get on to how often you should manifest, but sleeping with this under your pillow is my preferred way of doing things. Or what other people do, they just put it in their top drawer. Some people carry it around with them in their bag. You can put it wherever you want. I just think it makes more sense to have it under my pillow because it's constantly somewhere that I'm not gonna lose it. And also because I'm going to sleep on it, I feel like I'm dreaming about my desires, I'm getting them. Do you see what I mean? See where I'm going? I don't know why I keep doing this. The second way that I like to manifest, which is something I don't do so much anymore, but it's like what I did mainly when I got into manifesting. And this I showed in my writing my style. Was it writing my style? No, it was in my Get Ready to Shift with Me that I showed this in. And that is a law of attraction page. Now, these are amazing to do at like the beginning or the end of a month to sum up, release, and manifest what you want for the coming month. You can also do this as a long-term thing. So the first type of manifestation is more so a long-term. This is something more of what you want to happen within the month, or like I said, you can do this as a long-term thing and just do it monthly and write down the exact same manifestations as to what you want. Now, with the law of attraction page, this is split into 3 sections. If you want an example of what it looks like, what I'll do is I'll pop a picture of what one of my old ones looked like, but I will just talk you through step by step of what to do. So first of all, you want to title your page. You can do this digitally, on a notebook, on your phone notes, wherever you want to do it. This doesn't matter where you do it, but you want to title it Law of Attraction, and you want to put the date and the exact time you're writing it. Now you're going to start off with gratitude. Down in this section, you want to write down as many or as little things that you are grateful for in your life. You've got to acknowledge the things. She's in heat again, if you guys couldn't guess. Don't worry, she's booked in to get spayed. 15th of Feb, she's getting spayed. No more meowing. Because you've got to acknowledge the things that you have in your life that you are grateful for, because if you're disregarding them, then there's no room for anything better to come into your life. So even if you have really not a lot in your life that's good for you, or you feel like you really are just lacking happiness, there's got to be something. You'll find something that you are grateful for, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whether it's a pet, whether it's your body, your energy, your work ethic, your school ethic. Like, there will be something. Even if you write down 1 point or 7 or 25, write down what you are currently grateful for. Some of the ones that I used to write down were: I'm grateful for Myrtle, I'm grateful for Sid, I'm grateful for a loving family, I'm grateful for my job. Like, it's things that you go about your day-to-day life and don't actually really think about. And then moving on from gratitude, you'll go on to release. Now, these are the things and the negative energy that you want to get out and not cling on to for the next month. Or if you're not doing this monthly, then just what you want to get out. This is so important, because if you're built up of so much negative energy, you've got no room for any new positive energy and vibes to come your way. You need to release all of the gross, grotty negativity. So for example, I used to be like, I release any negative thoughts I have about my body, I release all of my sadness and anxiety, I release all of my intrusive thoughts, I release all of my toxicity. And a good one to put is I release all negative energy others have thrown my way, because a lot of the time, regardless whether you know someone or not, you can very much pick up their negative energy. It's crazy. Literally, even if someone flips you off when you're driving, that is some negative energy that they have passed through to you. So once you've finished with everything that you want to release, you then go on to your manifestations. And now this is where you want to write everything that you want, but in present tense. Whenever manifesting, we always write in present tense as if you already have these things. So for example, ones that you could use could be: I am a money magnet, I never have to worry about money. I radiate positivity and light to everybody around me. I am loved. I am healthy. Again, it's exactly the same as the letter writing, but you're just doing it in bullet points, more concise. And then again, you want to sign off this law of attraction page with a message to the universe. So, dear universe, I love you, I trust you, and I believe in you. Love, your name. Now, going on to my third way of manifesting, which is what I do now, and it's my favorite and apparently the most, and I can't confirm this just yet because I'm still very new to doing this type of manifesting. But apparently it's the quickest way and the most efficient, not efficient, what's the word? Like basically it works the best, this type of manifesting. And you have to write it down, not digitally, you can't do it mentally, not verbally. This is something that you have to have pen to paper for. This, I recommend like getting a little manifestation notebook. My best friend got me this notebook for Christmas, and this is now my dedicated manifestation notebook. If you've got like all of them in the same place, then that's super duper helpful. But for this type, are you good? She just like literally like body slammed herself onto the floor, but she was already on the floor. Anyway, so with this manifestation, it's super easy and really quick. But all you want to do with your pen and your paper, at the top of the page, write, I am certain. Now under this, you're going to write everything that you want. Now, this is more of a long-term manifestation goal. You can do this short-term, but apparently this is, because it's the most effective way of manifesting, I've used this as like my proper long-term life goals. So at the top of the page, I am certain, and then you want to write your bullet points on what you want in life. Obviously, again, in present tense, and if you need examples for how to write these, so after the I am certain, it will be that I am financially stable, that I drive a Porsche, that I'm in a loving, healthy relationship, that I have my dream job. So that's how you'll lay out this one. But then the next step after this is you've got to sit and you need to visualize and really try and feel how you think you'll feel when you have these things in your life. Now this time varies for everybody. You could be sitting there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, visualizing and feeling these emotions. I sat there for like 2 minutes. I have the shortest attention span. But it's different for everybody. It's until you feel satisfied. You've got to sit there and really visualize and try and connect with how you would feel once you have these things. And also you've got to truly believe that you can get these things. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if it's something that you're writing down and you're like, oh, even after manifesting, I don't think that'll happen. That's not the energy we need. You need to write down things that you truly believe and can see happening in your life. And you just want to sit there and you want to take your time and visualize this life that you are hoping for. So simple, so easy, and apparently very effective, but we'll see. My previous manifestations have worked. I want to see how well this one works because I've put some mega big goals in here, not just little ones, some mega big goals. When should you manifest? Now this is different for everybody. If you feel like you want to manifest every single morning, go for it. If you want to manifest every single week, go for it. If you are unsure and you're like, I don't know how often I should manifest, writing it down once, you're still manifesting. You're still sending that message out to the universe. So honestly, once is enough. But if you feel like you want to constantly send out that message to the universe, to be so certain that the universe is getting across what you want, then I would recommend doing it more often. I suggest having it as part of a routine. So like I said with the law of attraction, the beginning or the end of a month, definitely manifest on new moons. They are prime for new beginnings and setting good intentions. And that is when the universe, I feel like, is really open and listening to everybody. So I highly recommend manifesting on new moons. So things that also help aid your manifestations are crystals. Obviously, I think a lot of people know this, but there's different types of crystals that help manifesting different types of things. You can use these crystals is what I like to do is sleep with them under my pillow with when I used to do the diary entry, I used to sleep with the crystals to match under my pillow. Sleeping with them under your pillow is a nice, easy thing to do. or you can get jewelry, so necklaces, rings, bracelets, and then they are close to you all day and you're walking around with them all day. Or some people like to have them in water bottles. My best friend got me a crystal water bottle actually for my birthday. So the crystals go in the bottom, not in the water, and then you've got the water on top, so it's like the crystals are purifying the water and you're drinking it. I mean, there is endless ways to use crystals to help with manifesting, and I'm not that knowledgeed in that area to be giving loads of advice on it. But those are the ways that I have used crystals to help with my manifestations. You don't have to use crystals at all. There has been many times where I've manifested and not even touched or used a crystal for it, and that is absolutely fine. Lastly, just a brief overview of my manifestation experience, just to prove to you guys that it really does work in your favor if you truly allow it to. Now, I was working at a coffee shop, which, don't get me wrong, I loved. Had just had my heart broken by my ex, and life wasn't good. And this is when I really started getting into manifesting. So at this point, I was earning not even $1,000 a month from my job, which could be a lot to some people, but for someone that's working full time, it really wasn't doing bits. I wasn't the happiest living at home. I love my family and we have a very, very good relationship, but I've always been very independent. I've always just wanted to be by myself. But with what I was earning at the time, there was absolutely no way that I was moving out anytime soon. Now, at this time, I was manifesting things which, at the time, I was like, I mean, this is a long shot, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I was manifesting that I would move out by the end of the year, which in that point in time seemed unrealistic, but I truly, truly wanted it and truly believed that it could happen. So I was manifesting that I'd have my own flat by the end of the year. I was manifesting that I would feel happy and feel loved and be in the healthiest mindset that I've been in. I was manifesting that I was a money magnet and that money was drawn to me, and I never had to worry about my financial status. I was manifesting that my relationship with food was healthy, because at this point, because I was really, really low, my eating disorder got really bad again. Now, I won't go into exact depth of other things I manifested that are a bit personal, but those were like the main points. And this was like end of 2021, beginning of 2022, when I was like consistently manifesting these things. I also manifested that I had my dream job. Now, what was crazy about this is I didn't even know what I wanted my dream job to be. At the time, I didn't have a dream job. I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career. So that I really left to the universe, and I was like, look, hun, give me what I think I will need, because I don't know what I want. But I manifested to have a dream job by the end of the year, because I was getting a bit tired of working in hospitality. And that's why I find manifesting so mad, because I didn't even know what I wanted, but I knew that I wanted a genre of something, and the universe got it right. Anyways, then in January, I meet Sid, which is mad because I was not looking for a relationship. And this is why I know the universe has my back, because I was so low, but I was not looking for a relationship. I was just being me. And when I say the first day that me and Sid met each other, I don't believe in love at first sight, but I'm pretty sure it was love at first sight. I have never been so comfortable around a stranger, and I went back to his house on the first night I met him. I did not sleep with him, don't worry, but we went back, we cuddled in his bed, and we watched Star Wars. The first day I ever met him, and we were giggling and laughing, and it felt like I knew this boy for like 6 months, and I'd met him like 2 hours ago. Tell me the universe did not send him to me. After meeting Sid, I got myself into a proper routine. I was getting up at 5:30 every morning. I was going to the gym. I had the best relationship with food I've ever had. And everyone could say, well, it's just because you're in a healthy relationship. Yes, but the universe sent me that healthy relationship, which in terms me, the universe had sent me the mental stability that I needed, my healthy relationship back with food, my motivation to get out of bed and do stuff with my day. And then in like April time, Sid and I were like, oh, I really want to move out, but we were both like, no, we just can't. We can't afford it, it's unrealistic. But remember, I manifested that I'm a money magnet and that I never have to stress about money. And I never really had to up to this point because I lived with my parents, but because me and Sid wanted to move out, technically it was a financial struggle because we knew we couldn't afford it. What happens? I get a pay rise at work, which is really odd and really unexpected, but it happened. And then we were able to start putting money aside to save for a deposit to move out. Come June, we've got our own flat. Now, how this happened, I still don't get it, because this is where it gets a bit crazy, because we actually didn't have enough income to have this flat. We were meant to be earning, I think it was around 30 grand between both of us a year to have this flat. And we were earning like 23 between us, if that. But they still gave us the flat. They were like, look, we can see quite a bit under the requirement of what we need. But what we'll do is if you have a proof of a savings account, then we'll accept your offer. I had a savings account, but there wasn't much in it. Now, they were like, as long as the savings account covers the amount for like a month and a half worth of rent, then you're good. Now, this is without a guarantor as well. And a guarantor is basically having someone to sign so that if you can't pay rent or can't pay your bills, they'll pay it for you. We did not have a guarantor. So not only did we not have the right income to be in this flat, we also didn't have a guarantor, and we also kind of didn't really have enough savings, but for some reason, they had other applicants. They gave us a chance. We told them we were first time like moving outers, and they took a chance and they let us have it. That doesn't just happen. That does not just happen. So anyway, at this point, we have our own flat. I'm in a happy relationship. We've got Myrtle. I've got my own family. The only major thing left on my list is my dream job. At this point, I'm getting to like the end of my tether with the coffee shop because it just is not what I'm wanting to do. And I'm looking on like Indeed and LinkedIn, and there's just nothing. I have no idea what I want. I was like crying over and over again. I had no idea what I wanted to do as a job, because believe it or not, I don't get paid from TikTok. I don't get paid from social media. I get sort of paid from YouTube, but that honestly depends on views and stuff, and it's like 20 quid a month. So it's like, this was my main income, like the cafe and stuff. And then my sister's fiance goes, because he works in like social media marketing, and he was like, oh, is there, like, I could message and ask if there's any jobs going where I work. And I was like, do you know what, that'd be great. Like, I've never thought of working in marketing, and I haven't got a uni degree, so I don't know if they'd accept me. He was like, oh, I'll just ask. Oh yeah, there's actually a creative planner. And I was like, oh, what's that? And he was like, basically, you'll be like thinking of ideas for TikToks and thinking of ideas for Instagram posts. Tell me that is literally not up my street. I hadn't asked for this. I wasn't looking for this. It was just given to me. Sam was like, well, do you want to apply? And I was like, yes. So he put my name forward, and then a couple of weeks later, I got a call saying I had an interview. And then I passed the interview, and a couple of weeks later, I had a second interview, which was like with someone higher up. And then after that, I had to do like a mock, basically it's like a slideshow, like a PowerPoint slideshow, where they give me basically what they do at work, but for me to practice with and show off what I can do to see if I'd fit in with the job. I did that, and they said, we'll let you know, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks with whether you're successful or not. I called the next day and I was like, hi, I was just wondering how long it would be until I have my results, because I had completely forgotten how long the time frame was, and I genuinely just wanted to know. She was like, oh yeah, I was actually about to call you. You've got it. So I didn't even have to wait the 2 weeks. I had it. Now, I was going into this job with no uni degree. The only experience I had was my own TikTok. I'm still baffled at how I got this job, because I'm confused. I'm so confused. I have no experience in marketing, social media marketing or anything. I just have experience being a TikToker. And so anyway, this is a pay rise of like double the amount that I was earning at the coffee shop. And as I've got into this job, I mean, I've been at this job for like 3 months now, and I can tell you right now, this is my dream job. And I didn't know that I wanted this, and I didn't expect it to come, but it's here. And I have never been happier with my work life. I work from home 4 days a week. I go into office once a week, which is in London, which I absolutely love. The people that I work with are the most amazing and kind group of people ever. And I'm getting paid to do what I love. I love making TikToks, and I am just the brains of the TikToks for brands like Prime Video. And it's because I put my trust into the universe, and I cannot tell you how worth manifesting is. It takes 5 minutes of your day, but you're sending a message out to the universe to let them know, look, this is what I want, and it'll make me really happy. And the universe listens. It does. Anyways, this has been a really, really long video, so really sorry about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some ideas, some motivation, and also some inspiration on your manifesting journey. And let me know in the comments which is your favourite way to manifest, or what way you're gonna try. And also, if in a couple of months some of the things you've manifested have come true, come back to this video and let me know, because I would be so interested to see how quickly it works for some of you guys. But I love you all lots. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.